This is Frank A. Thomas, and I'm privileged to share with you this history of black preaching. And I want to talk about the fourth era in African American preaching. I remind you that down in the description section, there is a place that you can download my description of these eras. There's nothing real about them. They're simply artificial constructs for the purpose of discussing African American preaching. So download them. I'll give you much more information. In this fourth era, it's very hard. It's from 215 all the way into the future. And of course, all historians say that the present history is the hardest history about which to write. But we're still called to make best judgments, recognizing that all of our judgments are limited about the present, and we know little about the future. So we acknowledge that the future may give birth to homiletic expressions that are yet unborn and unnoticed. And so these words are simply guesses. I believe that books published in this era will expand the study of African American preaching by connecting African American preaching with discourses of other marginalized communities such as Asian Americans, Latino, Latina, Koreans, as well as the global expansion of the study of black preaching into the homiletics of the African diaspora, the global South, and marginalized communities around the world. Cleophas J. LaRue said to me that he will soon publish Colored Preaching, the Shape of Christian Proclamation in the Global South, as an indication of some future directions. Women and womanist homileticians will carve new insights into black preaching through the hermeneutics of the preaching experience of African American women. I'm looking forward to more and more and more writing by African American women and womanists. In this era, Otis Moss III just published a book on the blues as a hermeneutical lens to study African American preaching. There's more. I didn't list all of them. Again, my goal is to give you a snapshot, just a feel for discussion, So download in the description section, download. I have a list of books in this era, more descriptions about this era and all three eras, as we provide an artificial construct to try to systematize the study of African American preaching for the more enhancement of further study, further discussion. You're free to disagree with me. I would love to see somebody else's way of organizing the field. This is just a start and a beginning. This is the history of the study of African American preaching. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. And please don't forget that each and every Monday we do a Periscope live broadcast, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Twice a week, we release videos in this series on African American preaching. And finally, each and every week, we upload spiritual vitamins to SoundCloud. We want to make sure that you will subscribe to each of these platforms. And I know you want to get as fast as you can this powerful information that's coming forth. So sign up. God bless you. And thank you so much for watching.